no tomorrow.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, so today's video, this is a Dollar Tree Christmas DIYs video. Super excited about this. This stuff turns out really stinking cute. These are all more of the, I would say, like modern side of the farmhouse. So this would be more modern. Super cute stuff and super, super simple. So you definitely want to check these out. And also stick around to the end of the video, because the last DIY, I saved the best for last. It is the most beautiful, like, tablescape, or I guess centerpiece, you would say, using all Dollar Tree materials, and it just turned out fantastic. So you have to stick around for that one. All right. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family, and also subscribe. That would be awesome. Plus, hit that notification bell so that you will know each time I upload a new video. All right. With all that being said, let's jump right in. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, so for this first one, I picked up this set of yard balloon stakes, is what it says. It says that there's 4 in the pack, but when I opened it up, there was actually 8 of the stakes, so I don't know. And then I also have 2 of these pictures from the Halloween section at the Dollar Tree. Now, like I said, there was actually 8 of those stakes, so I'm only going to be using 4. I took those 2 pictures that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I just peeled the front layer off in order to get rid of all the glitter and all that nonsense. Instead of sanding it, you know, and whatever, I just decided to peel it off. It was much simpler. I then kind of held up one of the stakes just to see, you know, how tall it was going to be, and I decided to cut it down some. Now, one end of it was kind of like tapered at the end. I'm assuming to shove it down in the ground. So I made sure to cut off that particular end, but I made sure and cut all of my stakes the same size. These are good hard plastic pieces. They were perfect for this project. I then added hot glue to 2 sides of one of the insides of those pictures. I placed my stakes inside and just held them into place until it dried. Now, I tried this with super glue. I think you can probably see that I had tried to do this prior to the hot glue. Well, let's just say the super glue did not work out. It would not hold, so I decided to go with the hot glue, and I'm so glad that I did because it worked out perfectly. I went ahead and added hot glue to all 4 corners of the top piece, and then I just simply placed that right down inside there in order to create a lantern. Too stinking cute, y'all. This was so simple. I took it outside. I sprayed it with some black spray paint. This is just Walmart spray paint. I added some florals and a candle, and check it out. right, so for this next one, I have got 2 of the gold glitter frames from the Dollar Tree. Now, these do not shed, the glitter doesn't come off. I've also got one of the glass candle holders. Now, the first thing I did was just remove everything from the frames, including the little tabs that hold the glass in. I then took my Method glass cleaner. Now, this is not sponsored in any way. I just really like this glass cleaner, and I ordered this from Grove Collaborative online. That's where I get it. I actually have a subscription with them, and I get it every month. Or, well, I think I get the glass cleaner like once every 3 months or something. Anyways, it's really good glass cleaner. Now, I went and bought myself a Starbond glue gun, because I wanted one with the detailed tip. And this one is perfect for this project because I didn't want a lot of glue. I didn't want it to be bulky or smush out when I lay the glass down in there or anything like that. So I just needed a really thin, small line of hot glue. I went all the way around the outside edge of the frame. Well, the inside edge of the frame, should I say. And then I just simply placed my glass right on top of that. Now, be very careful when you do this because that Dollar Tree glass is like paper thin, guys. I have broke so many different things from the Dollar Tree simply because the glass is just so cheap. But anyways, that's besides the point. I did the same thing to the other frame. Just added my little line of hot glue all the way around that little inside rim, and then placed my glass in. Pressed it real good just to make sure that it was going to stay, but not hard enough that I would break the glass. I then took that same glue gun and went around the outside edge of that glass. And that was just to kind of sandwich it in between the glue, you know, kind of sandwich that glass in between the 2 sets of glue. And hopefully that way it would not come out. It's going to be there. It's stuck. You know, I don't have to worry about the glass going anywhere. Super simple to do. This is such an easy little project. And this thing turns out so stinking cute, y'all. I added some hot glue around the bottom rim of our glass candle holder. And we're just going to add that directly in the center of the bottom or the 5x7 size of those frames. I'm going to add some more hot glue to the glass candle holder and then pop on that smaller one. And we have got the cutest little 2-tiered tray, y'all. You could put this in your kitchen next to the sink. You could put this in your bathroom. I mean, this thing is so stinking darling. Check it out. Oh. Alrighty, y'all. So for this next one, I have got 5 of these tea light candle holders from the Dollar Tree. They've got like a snowflake imprinted on them. And then I've also got 3 of these chunky wood rounds. 2 of them I had already used in a previous DIY. And then I've also got this one round that came off of a candle that I had. So the first thing I did was fill in the hole that was in one of the chunky wood rounds with my glue gun. I then just started kind of playing around with them just to kind of see how I wanted to place everything. I then began to glue them together. So I added hot glue to the top of one of the candle holders, and then I placed another one upside down on top of it. Just right on top. Super simple. These turn out so stinking pretty, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. I added hot glue to the very bottom and popped that directly in the center of one of those chunky wood rounds. I'm then going to add some hot glue to the bottom of the top one, and we're going to add in that wood round that I had that came off of a candle. So now we've got it completely glued together. So stinking easy, y'all. I told you these were going to be simple. I did the same thing to the other one, except I had one extra candle holder to add in. So stinking easy. I then glued those candle holders to the chunky wood rounds, and there you have it. This is what it looks like when we're done. These are going to be so pretty, I promise. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I took them outside, painted them with some black spray paint. Now, this is just Walmart spray paint, and it actually worked really well. I gave them a super light coat at first, and then I went back in that second coat and really, really put it to it, and y'all, it worked out great. This is just the cheap 97-cent spray paint from Walmart. Worked out perfectly. But I just sprayed these down really, really good. Made sure that I covered all of it. Everything was covered. And I am so pleased with the way that they turned out. Check these out. All right, so for this one, I have got 5 of these, of the little toy soldiers from the Dollar Tree. They are so adorable. Oh my goodness. And this DIY is so easy, and I absolutely love the way that it turns out. So all I did was take each of those little soldiers and I pulled off all of the hair, all the way around their little head, and then also the little hair that was like on their chin or whatever. I did have to get some tweezers out to pull out some of the just little tiny pieces, because when you go to spray paint, those little bitty hairs that you missed will show up. So I made sure to get all the little bitty pieces out and get them good and cleaned up. There they are without any of the hair on them. Everybody's nice and clean shaven. I took them outside, lined them up, and spray painted them with that same Walmart spray paint. It is 97-cent cheap Walmart spray paint. It worked out perfect. Now, the only difference I would make in this is I would rather that they were a matte black, but all they had at Walmart was the gloss, or the satin. So they're shiny, but hey, it'll be okay. It's just crafting. It's not a big deal. So I just spray painted these, and I stinking love them. Look at these little guys. Oh. All right, last but not least, and definitely my favorite, I have got some of these berry picks from the Dollar Tree, also the garland that they sell at the Dollar Tree. I have 3 of their votive candle holders, vases, whatever you want to call them, 2 bags of the white sand, and then I have also got 3 of these gorgeous, gorgeous frames. I don't know, mirrors, excuse me. I don't know what this is supposed to be, like a sunburst or a flower or whatever the design is, but it's beautiful. I took those mirrors and just simply glued them together. If you look there on the side, they meet perfectly. Like the little groove that's on the side literally lines up with the one next to it just perfect. So I just hot glued these all three together. I'm then going to get out all my other supplies. I took the stickers off of the bottom of each of the little votive candles, placed those directly in the center of each of the mirrors. And then I'm going to take that garland and we're going to make a little greenery to go around the bottom. So I just kind of measured it off using the vase itself. And then I just doubled up my garland to make it look fuller, a little bit thicker. I cut it off, used the end of the garland to wrap around itself to hold it into place. So I did this same thing for the other two vases, so all three. I'm then going to split up the sand and evenly, kind of pour it into each of the vases pretty even. I wanted them all to at least have enough sand in them to stand up above the greenery, but not a lot of sand at all. I then took those berry picks. I just simply cut those off. I cut them off of the pick and then I cut them in half. Played around with them a little bit just to kind of find my placement of where I wanted them on the actual little wreath that we made. Super, super simple. Y'all, this centerpiece turns out stunning. I'm serious. It is so stinking pretty. It looks so high end. The videos and the pictures do not do it justice. It's absolutely gorgeous in person, y'all. And it was so easy to make. So I just continued this same process of cutting down my berry picks, cutting them in half, and then gluing them directly to the wreath. Now, when I would cut them in half, it would leave like a white place where I cut that foam, in half. So I tried my best to glue that part down, but there was still a little bit of it showing, so I decided to flock all of this, and I'm so glad that I did because I feel like it just took it to a whole nother level. It really, really tied all of this together and just made it stunning. So I just got a little bit of white paint on my brush. I would wipe it off on a baby wipe, and then just simply dry brush more or less over the top of each of the wreaths with the little berries. Y'all, this is so stinking pretty. I added some tea light candles and look at that. I am absolutely in love. All right, y'all, that is it for today. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. I know that these were some of my favorite Christmas DIYs that I have ever done. I love the little toy soldiers, and that centerpiece is, it is just everything. Anyways, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family and subscribe. That would be awesome. Plus, hit that notification bell so that you will know each time I upload a new video. I just want to thank you so much for spending this time with me and hanging out. I hope that y'all had a good time. I hope that you leave here with a smile on your face and joy in your heart. Remember, you are fabulous. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. Thank you once more for being with me today and spending this time. I wanted to throw in the puppies here at the end. I know that y'all enjoy seeing them, and they are just absolutely precious to us, y'all. So enjoy this. Thank you again, and y'all have a blessed day.